And I'm so delighted to introduce somebody. Her name is Diedre Howard, and I actually met Diedre, and I'm going back, gosh, it's almost a year ago, while Diedre and Shelley and Frankie were evaluating many, many network marketing companies, and I actually got to meet Diedre and her good friend Anita and try the product. And yes, I had an immediate wow. But a little bit about Diedre. Mom of three, mom extraordinaire, and she's been in network marketing since 1991. So she understands our business model. But what's interesting about Diedre, she's been on both sides. She's not only been involved on the corporate side, she's also been an independent contractor, just like you and me. And she and Shelley have been working together for years, since 2013. And she was instrumental in bringing the 2-Minute Miracle Gel to XANGO. And of course, she has a title, and maybe she'll explain what it is, because quite honestly, I didn't have time to look it up. But since the year 2000, she's been a nutritional microscopist, and maybe I don't have it pronounced right, so Diedre, maybe you'll tell us what that is, but very much into the whole world of nutrition and living longer, healthier. And Diedre's going to share with us some tips from the distributor side, from the independent contractor side, about what we can do to enhance the product use, reorders, and education as well. So Diedre, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thank you so very much, Cindy. It's great to be here, and I feel honored to be able to spend some time. And I just want to thank you for this opportunity, because I am very, very excited. We're just finishing up 2016, and 2017 is going to be fantastic. But what I know, and in my career in the field building, December has always been a really big month for me. And some people might think, well, this is December, there's so much going on. Well, you know, you look at those challenges, and I believe in taking the challenge and trying to look at them as an asset instead of a challenge. And so what are some of the things that holiday or December brings us? It brings us lots of Christmas parties. It brings us shopping out more than, I think I do more in December than I do, you know, for 6 months I do in December. And so we're out and about. We're in town. We're traveling different places perhaps to visit family. So all of that might, you know, it might get in the way, and it can, absolutely. But it also has some fantastic benefits. And that is, you're going to be seeing people that perhaps you haven't seen for a number of years, or maybe you only see them at 4th of July and Christmas time for community, you know, activities. I go to all of the orchestra and musical activities and dance performances and things like that in my community, because I'm very involved in the arts. And there's some people that really the only time I see them is during these events. And every year we're so happy to see each other, because it's just crazy. I live in a little teeny town, and it's amazing how many people we miss. And so what I want to really emphasize is use the busy schedule as your asset. When you are out and about, look for those people that you might pass by. You know what I mean? You're busy, you're at the mall, you're looking at, you know, maybe perfume or something for your mom, and you see somebody in the corner of your eye that maybe lives in the town next to you, or that you knew, you know, a couple of years ago or whatever. Stop what you're doing, even though you're busy, and go over there and say, hey, how are you doing? Oh my goodness, it's been so long. What's going on? Your kids are all grown up, and that's usually what happens when I see my friends from a long time ago. We talk about how our kids are all grown up in college, and catch up with them, and then make sure you have their current contact information. And so take the time, even though you're busy, when you see somebody, even somebody that you can't remember what their name is, but you know them. It happened to me just the other day at Cabela's. I was going shopping with my husband, and I have a new son-in-law who is a hunter fisherman, and so is my husband. So this is just so much fun. He gets to shop for a new son-in-law, and we have 3 girls, so he doesn't have any boys. So this is so exciting for him. So we went to Cabela's for a long time. We won't go into how long we were there, but you know, we were there for a long time. And there's this gentleman behind the desk, and he was talking to my husband, Chris, and he even said hi to me or whatever. And I knew him, but I think I knew where. And he kind of looked at me like, I know you're from somewhere. Now, this is a city that's about 45 minutes away from us. So before, you know, we were done with that exchange, I was like, I know you from somewhere. And he's like, I know, I was thinking the same thing when we figured it out. We were in a play together like 7 years ago. And it was so great to remember that. And we got to catch up on old friends, which reminded me of about 5 people I haven't thought about in 3 or 4 years. And so that was really good. I wrote their names down really quickly after we got done talking, because that's another thing. Old friends trigger names to remember. But I got his contact information, and we got talking. And so I'm going to chat with him. Now, here's the setup of all of that story there that I want you to think about these activities you're going to go to, these parties, okay? But you need to be ready for when they ask you the question they're going to. They're going to say, what's new? What have you been up to lately? Now, if they know that you're in business for yourself, they'll say, how's your business going? That always happens to me. They'll always ask me because they're so intrigued with what it is that I do. And it's funny because no matter how long I've been doing this, some of my friends, they don't really understand, like, what do you do? And so they're always asking, so what are you up to? How's your business going? Have something prepared beforehand. Make the decision of how you're going to answer that question beforehand. And hone it. You know, it needs to be short. You know, you've all heard the elevator story. But this might be you might be able to go into it a little bit more than a quick elevator story. Highlight the things that you're really excited about. It doesn't need to be a ton of information, but kind of play with that idea. If you need to write it out, write it out. If you need to try it on your kids, on your husband, to see what they think, to do some role playing. This might sound silly, but I'm telling you, it is gold when you go out there, because when you start having that conversation with them, with the end result of you're going to get their information, you're going to follow up with them because you want to show it to them, share it with them. You're going to send them a video, just like what Shelley talked about a few minutes ago. You have an end purpose to your story or to your message that you're going to share with them when they ask you, so what's up? Make sure that your conversation with them is 50-50, that they're talking about themselves as much as you're talking about yourself. Ask them about their kids. Do they have teens that might have acne? Do they have different issues going on? Just, think about that. And remember, if you see somebody, you can't remember how you know them, but you know them from somewhere, reach out and say, I know you from somewhere, because people love that. And even if you can't remember where you know each other from, I always end it with, well, it's great to see you again. And they kind of laugh because we know we've seen each other before, but we don't know where. So have that message prepared. Put on your social hat and reach out to people when you're at parties, when you're out shopping, when you're doing those things that everybody else is doing at the same time. You're going to bump into people you don't know or you haven't seen for a while, and obviously people you don't know too. Okay, next slide. Now this is a secret. I'm teaching you guys a secret. Again, there's so much going on that trying to put together a home party may seem like, oh, I'll just wait until January. I can't tell you how many people say that to me in the month of December. But what I do is I set up a party in December, okay, and the week before December, a week before Christmas. We are in the week before Christmas. And you might go, that's crazy. I can't even imagine anybody that would want to come to a party. But I've tried this before, and it's worked. The last week before Christmas, which is this week, I'll throw out a message to people and say, hey, I'm going to have a get-together at my house. I know everybody has tons of things that they're doing right now, But if you haven't figured out what you're going to give that person who has everything, or if you want something that really wows somebody in your life, then come by. And I'll even make it an open house where they don't have to come for the whole time. They can just come in and see what it is I'm doing. I'll have the video, the 2-minute video that Shelley talked about from Mark Island. I'll have that running on a loop, and I'll do demos. And people will come over because I guarantee them that I will have a product for them that will wow the most stubborn person, so they're giving them a gift that they'll love. I'll say something like, if you haven't got that gift for your wife or for your husband and you want to do something special but you can't figure, that kind of thing. So I'll take advantage of those last-minute shoppers. I don't know about you guys, but I watch the news every once in a while, and it seems like every year they take these polls on who shops when or what they do, and more people wait till the very last minute to buy their presents. I think they said that that's mostly men, just thinking maybe, I don't know, but I know that there's some that I even wait on. So if you work at a place that has a lot of men that work there with you, send out an email that says, hey, if you haven't got that gift for your wife, I'll come and show you this amazing product, or I can bring, use this time is what I'm saying. But let's go back to the parties, because parties are a key way to build your business. So I'll do a party or an open house, but a party the week before Christmas or in the month of December. And then I'll also at the same time plan a party like the 15th of January. Now, why do I do that? The reason why I do that is because when I invite people to my party, a lot of times I'll get, oh man, I wish I could, but I'm just so busy. I have so many things going on. There's just no time. That's a lot of the time the answer that we get. That's why we kind of shy away from doing a party in December. But that's perfect because, again, some people might see that as a negative or a challenge, but I use that as my asset. I'll say, oh, I totally know what you mean. I so know what you mean. I'm the same exact way right now. That's why I also scheduled the same spa party on January 15th. How about I count you in for that one? I'll put your name down. I'll send you an invitation, and then you don't even have to think about it until after the holidays. Won't that be great? And I'm able to take their excuse as a segue to a yes. I assume the yes, because when people say no to you, they feel bad. I mean, I know I do, but psychologically they feel bad. And so you give them a second option, they're going to say yes. And most people, they want to come anyway, and when they get there, they're really going to want to come. But I'll piggyback that objection over to a party in January. After all that holiday hubbub is done, come to the party on the 15th, and that works perfectly. So even if you set up a party in December this week, okay, and everyone says no, it's okay, because that's how you're able to invite them to the one January 15th and fill up that party and really start 2017 off with a bang. So I challenge you to do that, even this week. Just start inviting people to a party you're going to have on Thursday. I'm doing a Skype party on Thursday, and it's going to be great. But there's a lot of people that are saying, I'm sorry, I just can't come, and that's okay because I have another one set up in January. So try that out and see. It's just kind of fun to see if it works. It's worked wonderfully for me. Okay, so let's just talk for a quick second about hostess gifts, okay? And I get this question a lot. And the real basic answer that I give people is it really depends on who my audience is. If I have an audience that came from a trade show I did that was health focused, and I know that they're just health nuts, then I'm going to do something with the PICS, or I'm going to do something with the marine collagen complex drink, along with maybe one of the Zalo products. I try to find something that I know is going to excite the people that I'm in front of as my hostess gift, because I want them to go, ooh, ah, right? And of course that motivates them to set up a party with me too. Sometimes I will, at the party that one of the parties I was at, I'll say, hey, anybody that ordered their jar of product, if you want to do a party, just like Shelley said, come talk to me afterwards because you can get your next jar for free. So if that's the case, then it's a free jar that I'm offering. But sometimes I like to add something to that if I can. Now, of course, we want to make this fiscally responsible, right? So I want to make sure that there's enough jars sold at that party that I'm making a profit and I'm not giving it all away as a hostess gift. So I'm not saying that they're always the same. And I will go to the dollar store and get a few, things will show up that make sense, like a bamboo washcloth. That's one thing that I bought on Amazon, and I'll have that bamboo washcloth with my 2-Minute Miracle jar that I might give them. I won't spend a ton of money, but I'll make it special, because honestly, we don't have very many opportunities as adults to feel special. We have birthdays and Christmas and anniversaries, maybe, but to have something out of the blue that you get with a ribbon on it just makes life better. So take some time. It doesn't have to be an enormous amount of money there. Make sure it's fiscally responsible, but make it special. If I'm with a group that I know are just absolutely skincare, focused people, then I might do 7 single-use sachets, a week of facials, with a week of the marine collagen, because I like those too, the inner outer beauty. I love that. Or if I have a group of people that that I want to give them something that's really cutting edge, or that they're kind of healthy, but they also love skincare, I'll do the pericarp oil. I love that. I love it as a moisturizer after the 2-Minute Miracle. And so I might use the pericarp oil. In fact, sometimes I've taken the pericarp oil and used part of a jar to fill a smaller jar and give to people in their gift, just so that they can try that. Okay, so let's move on to the last but not least. I'm going to quickly move through this. I want to get this done in about a minute, so everybody can get to their Christmas shopping. But that is your Christmas cards. Okay, some of you may not have gotten to your Christmas cards, or maybe you never do Christmas cards. But that's one place that I always start with my new distributors that I enroll, is get out your Christmas card list. Those are some of the perfect people to contact and talk to about your product or your business. That works perfectly right here. Okay, even if you've already sent out your Christmas cards, which most of you already have, do a New Year's letter. And in that New Year's letter, you're talking about your kids, you're talking about what's going on in your life, you're kind of giving them an update. And in that letter, you're able to say, and tell them about your product. Tell them about the 2-Minute Miracle, and send a single-use sachet. I always like to use the phrase, whenever I can, in a letter or when I'm talking to somebody, that I say, you know what, when I learned about this product, I thought of you. And then fill in the blanks, because your daughter, I know she's really had challenges with acne, or because you're like me and we're trying to keep, the clock from ticking, and we want to keep that youthful look and feel. Or, I know you're crazy about skincare like I am, or, I know that one of your kids has a challenge with eczema, or you just might even, or, all kinds of, dandruff, it helps with dandruff, learn all the different things that the product does if you haven't learned that yet, and use that in your letters or when you're speaking to somebody. When I learned about this product, I thought of you, and this is why. And so if you haven't taken the time to send out Christmas cards, that's okay, because you can start 2017 off with a bang, and touch base with some of those people. And just like Sandy shared a minute ago, when somebody gets a handwritten letter or something in the mail, immediately now, because everything's so digital, immediately now, you get their attention, they feel loved and cared about, and they're going to believe you when you say, when I learned about this, I thought of you, because it just fits. Because honestly, it's true, or you wouldn't have sent them the letter. So, of course, there's tons more that I could talk about. I could do a whole half an hour on the follow-up process, but I'm not going to take the time today because we have been going for long enough. But again, Sandy, I appreciate the time that I had to share with everybody. I'm so excited about 2017. I love all the XANGO products, and I'm just grateful that the 2-Minute Miracle got to come and be a part of this amazing family, and then we get to use it as a door opener to introduce the world to all the XANGO products and the amazing health and wealth that can be created here.
Oh, Diedre, thank you so much. And my goodness, I've got so many nuggets that I'm going to go back and re-listen to this webinar. And I think everybody should do the same and grab a pen and paper and write down the key points that you're going to implement literally within 24 to 48 hours. We so appreciate the both of you. And just I wanted to make sure everybody knows about the holiday promotion really, really quick. The Skin Renewal Pack is on sale. I couldn't believe it because I use the Eye Renewal Concentrate not only around my eyes after I use the Instant Eye Gel, but I use it as a moisturizer all over my face, my neck, and my décolleté. And I had Eddie order me a couple bottles of the Renewal Concentrate, and the next day, this Skin Renewal Pack came out where I would have gotten one free. So I had to call my elite rep and pull some strings so that I could get the free Renewal Concentrate along with that. So you can actually call 877-GO-XANGO and ask for the Skin Renewal Pack. It's on sale this month. In addition to that, the 2-Minute Miracle Holiday Pack has 2 jars and this gorgeous silver makeup case. Just beautiful. And that's what I use for my demos. I put my demo jar in that beautiful, image is everything, presentation is everything. So when you order 2 jars of the gel, you also get the pouch. So in closing, Eddie and I just want to wish everyone blessings of optimal wellness because that's the most important thing. And of course, a very, very happy holiday to you and everyone you care about.